Welcome to Fantastic Math. This is Mr. V, and in this video we will look at adding and subtracting algebraic fractions by finding algebraic multiples. We want to be able to add or subtract two fractions that don't have the same denominator. Now we know how to do that when these are just numbers, but now we also have variables involved. So we have these algebraic expressions that we now need to compete with. Turns out it's not actually that much more difficult than normal fractions. So let's have a look. The first one is 2x over 3 minus x over 2. Okay, we don't have any fractions in the denominator, they're just in the numerator. Now we're looking for the lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple of the two denominators, 3 and 2. Now lowest common multiple of 3 and 2 is 6. So we want to change both these fractions into a fraction over 6. Now to turn 3 into 6, we need to multiply both top and bottom by 2. So 2 times 2x and 2 times 3. And to change 2 into 6, we need to multiply by 3. So we're going to multiply both top and bottom by 3. So 2 times 2x is 4x over 6, minus 3 times x is 3x over 6. And now we can simplify this fraction. 4x minus 3x over 6, and they can be combined. 4x minus 3x is just x over 6, which is exactly what we wanted. We wanted one fraction as our answer. Let's look at the second one, b. So we have 2 over 3x minus 1 over 4x. How do I deal with this one? So we now have these variables in the denominator. How do we deal with that? Well, our lowest common multiple can be algebraic. So in this case, our lowest common multiple is going to be a combination of 3x and 4x. And the lowest common multiple is the one that has the lowest number, which in this case would be 12, and the lowest variable, which in this case would just be x. Now they're pretty easy to obtain just by multiplying by numbers. The first fraction is multiplied by 4 to obtain our new fraction. And our second fraction is multiplied by 3 to get our new fraction. So now we just want to rewrite these, convert them. So 4 times 2 is 8 over 12x, which is our common multiple, minus 3 over 12x. Because they now both have the same denominator, we can write this as a single fraction of 8 minus 3 over 12x. And we can simplify that by simplifying the numerator. So 8 minus 3 is 5 over 12x. Our last example has these expressions that make the numerator. So it's no longer one single number, it's now 2. It's a binomial on top. Again, we start by finding the lowest common multiple of the two denominators. So 6 and 4, the lowest common multiple is 12. Okay, 6 times 2 is 12 and 4 times 3 is 12. So we can rewrite this now as equivalent fractions by multiplying top and bottom by 2 for the first fraction. So 2 times x plus 1 over 12 plus, and the second fraction is multiplied by 3. So 3 times x plus 4 over 12. And again, we write this as a single fraction. So 2x plus 1 plus 3x plus 4. And we're dividing all of that by 12 now. And now the simplification step is just an extra bit longer, because we now have to look at these brackets. And to get rid of those, we're going to expand. So I'm going to expand by multiplying 2 by x and 2 by 1, and 3 by x and 3 by 4. So I'm going to expand them like we have expanded things in the past. This is going to become 2x plus 1 times 2 is 2, plus 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 12. And now we can simplify by collecting like terms. So having a look here, we've got some x terms, and we've got some number terms. And so I can simplify this. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Let's do that in pen. 5x plus, and 2 plus 12 is 14, divided by 12. And that's really the simplest we can make it. So that's our final answer. And that's it. That's how we can add fractions that have algebraic expressions as part of the fraction. Fantastic.